I could not imagine that this video is something that I will have to ever do. So it happened that once we came back from our friend's house on Christmas Eve, we found our rescue dog Luca paralyzed on the floor. Luca came to us about a year ago, but 8 years of her life she spent at a illegal breeder, living in a cage and giving birth to puppies for sale. And so this had consequences, and as the doctors explained us, multiple births and other conditions caused a deformation of her back, and consequently it led to a condition that caused the paralysis. It's called IVDD. IVDD is an intervertebral disc disease, and this is a condition in dogs where the disc between the vertebrae of the spine become damaged. These discs, they basically act as cushions between the bones of the spine, allowing for flexibility of the movement. And so when a disc in the spine herniates, it can press on the spinal cord or nerves, causing pain, nerve damage, and the paralysis. So here the doctors explain the entire situation.
This is the outside membrane of the disc, and this is the middle part which was degenerated, which was
that was actually splashed out.
Yes.
And this is what happens there. Okay.
So this is the disc.
So
it was supposed to be that fluid which was inside got burst. This was open and it started to compress.
And is it possible to regenerate the fluid?
Áno, akože takto, tým, že odstraníme tú kompresiu, tak zvyšujeme ako pravdepodobnosť toho, že tá miecha nie je narušená natoľko, že tam bude akože tá schopnosť regenerácie väčšia. Hej, áno.
Okay, she colleague told that because we remove now the pressure, there is higher possibility of regeneration of this inner part.
Oh, perfect.
And what can we do? Maybe some supplements or special food in order to help this regeneration process of the fluid?
No tak akože tu budú B-čkové vitamíny, oni sú neurotropné, čiže tie akože užívať ako takú podpornú terapiu, tie protizápalové lieky, proti bolesti a rehabilitácia, že sú najdôležitejšie.
So she will continue with anti-inflammation pills to reduce the pain, and also she will get vitamins. It's called Milgamma, even people use it, it's vitamin B. This is for the nerves regeneration, and then the rehabilitation, as I told you many times.
Yes. So in our situation, the entire case was overcomplicated also because it happened when everything was closed on Christmas Eve, and we live in Austria, and the only clinic we could find, there was no spinal doctor available. So there was a general doctor who said, yeah, I can operate on her, but I don't promise anything, and it's not my specialty. But in such cases, it is absolutely necessary that the operation takes place nearly immediately because of the nerve degradation. So we started to look in nearby countries in the hope that we can find a doctor that specializes in such cases. And so it happened. We found a clinic which worked 24/7 in Bratislava, and there was a spinal doctor that could operate on her nearly immediately as we just arrived. But in any case, this took longer than it should have. So overly running around looking for a doctor, arriving there and performing the MRT and so on, it took about 6 hours until the dog was finally operated on. And this is a long time, which means that it reduces the chances for recovery. The operation went well, and one of the indicators is that she could do her toilet herself the next day, because the biggest problem in such cases is that the dogs are not capable of doing their toilet themselves, and then they have to stay attached to a catheter. So luckily Luca's catheter was removed the next day, as she could do her toilet herself. She could not control it, but at least she could do it herself. And after she spent 2 nights at the hospital, we took her home. So we took her home. Of course, she was still paralyzed, meaning that her back legs couldn't move and she could not control it in any way. So as the doctors mentioned to us, the key to recovery is physiotherapy. In the next videos, I will share the therapy exercises which we have applied on Luca, and those has brought a wonderful results. In the meantime, we've got Luca this trolley that we can take her also out, as she really liked her walks, and it's important that the dog feels that she's not neglected and somehow her routine is still maintained.